coming here pretty quick is the new Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt movie, The Fall Guy, which is, of course, a very loose remake of the old Majors television series of the same name. And last year at CinemaCon, they brought out the cast for it and talked about it, showed us some scenes and some clips from it, and it looked really quite good. Then we got our first trailer for it, and it looked really quite good. And now we just found out we're going to be seeing it at CinemaCon in April. They're going to be doing an advanced screening for us at CinemaCon, and I'm very stoked about seeing it. Well, apparently one person who has already seen the film is the greatest filmmaker of all time. Steven Spielberg, apparently somehow, some way, found a way to see The Fall Guy, and according to Ryan Gosling, he loved it. This comes from the folks over at Joe Blow, who wrote the following. Ryan Gosling told Variety that he ran into Steven Spielberg at the Golden Globes with the director telling him that he loved The Fall Guy. Ryan Gosling said this. This is a cool story. I saw Steven Spielberg walking in my direction, Gosling said. I don't know Steven Spielberg. I thought there was no way he was coming to talk to me. And yet he keeps getting closer. And then I thought, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to point to him and he's going to go, no, not you, behind you. So I'm not going to do that. Finally, I said, me? And he goes, yeah, you. I go, I'm sorry. I didn't think you were coming to talk to me. And I stood up and he gave me a hug and said, I just saw Fall Guy and I loved it. I love this story because for two different reasons. Three reasons I love this story. One, I love that despite the fact that he is one of the biggest stars in the world and he just starred in like the biggest #1 box office hit of the year, and he's going to be performing, he's going to be at the Academy Awards on Sunday. Good Canadian kid, Ryan Gosling, all this kind of stuff. And yet he's still so kind of grounded that he's like, Steven Spielberg can't be coming over here to talk to me. So I kind of love that. Number two, I think Steven Spielberg is the greatest filmmaker of all time. So I just kind of love hearing that as well. But number three, and maybe most importantly, I love hearing that like Steven Spielberg. And here's what I really like about this. It's not like Gosling went up to Steven Spielberg and put him on the spot and said, Mr. Spielberg, what did you think of my movie? And then what is he supposed to say? I love hearing that Spielberg literally went out of his way to go up to the guy and say, hey, listen, I just saw your movie and I loved it. And you don't often hear that kind of stuff coming from Steven Spielberg. So look, I don't know if The Fall Guy is going to be great or not. I simply don't. I think what I've seen has gotten me really excited. I think what we have heard has gotten me really excited, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it in April, guys. And so, I don't know, hearing Spielberg kind of give it his stamp of approval gets me excited. Chris, is this something to be excited about, or where's your kind of anticipation level for the movie right now? Does this move the needle at all? What do you think?
Oh, hell yeah, this is something to be excited about. Steven Spielberg says he loves your movie. That's a huge W. That is a red letter day for anybody. I don't care who you are. You are super, super stoked about that kind of feedback. I do wonder if he does the inverse. I do wonder if he walks up to people and he's like, that movie? Garbage. Hot garbage that you made. I don't feel like he would, though. I don't feel like he would.
What are you going to do if he does? He's Steven Spielberg.
You're going to be like, you're probably right. Correct.
Oh, can you imagine? That would scar you for life.
It would be heartbreaking. You'd be like, well, I'm going to be an accountant. That's fine. I'll just shift my life. I don't think he'd be that kind of guy, though. And I love this story because we do have so many directors who love to throw in their 2 cents about how a reboot isn't as good as what they did or how something isn't cinema. There's always this comparative thing. And I feel like it in the real like brotherhood of man spirit of making films, you should be rooting for everybody to make kick-ass films, no matter what kind of genre or what they're doing. Like, you guys know, it's so hard to make a movie. It's really hard.
100%.
So it's so nice to see this. It's so nice to see this. And I'm really jazzed about this movie. I love Ryan Gosling. It's a stacked cast. You've got Hannah Waddingham in there. You've got Emily Blunt. You got Stephanie Hsu. You have Lee Majors making an appearance in this film, too, which I think is...
Does he?
According to the internets, he is listed on the cast.
That would be so perfect if he did. I would love that.
Right? I think that'd just be a lovely tribute to him. And this was truly one of the most fun presentations, at least for me, when we were at CinemaCon.
Oh, yeah.
All the stunt work, that was so fun.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Rob, what did you think about the story? And does this do anything even for you hearing like somebody like Spielberg going up to Gosling and telling him that he loved the movie?
Well, I mean, You know, what I've found so strange is that it's almost as if Steven Spielberg, it's not that he's lost his luster, it's people forget. Like you said, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know, he for decades, he delivered, whether he was giving you dinosaurs, whether he was giving you Schindler's List or a giant shark or Indiana Jones or giant spaceships coming down to Devil's Tower. I mean, he was the man that made our lives. And if he wanders up to you, I mean, that's like being anointed. That's like somebody walking across water, you know, to just come up to you. And I can't even imagine. But I have to say this, John, everything that we've seen from this movie has looked wildly entertaining. And you know what? I dare say it has a Spielberg flavor to it. You know, I mean, some of those action set pieces, it looks very much like I can imagine somebody saying, I want these action set pieces to look like they're from Raiders or Temple of Doom or Last Crusade. Because like when he's being dragged behind, like on the freeway, on the door, he's hanging off the car. I mean, I'm like, that's a Raiders moment. So I can imagine if he says he likes it, and you know, this is not, no one paid him to do that. So it seems when you hear that kind of excitement, I mean, it seems like we're moving into an area where a lot of entertainment across the board, movies, TV, it's pretty exciting. I haven't been so optimistic in a while in terms of the kind of entertainment we're getting. And maybe that has to do with Dune and Shogun delivering. You know, once things, it shows you start delivering what people want and people get excited again.
All right, guys. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Factor. You know, guys, some days it's great to prepare your own meal, but some days it's great to have wonderful, delicious meals already ready to go. Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals makes eating better every day easy. Wherever tomorrow takes you, be ready with pre-prepared, chef-crafted, and dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. You'll have over 35 different options a week to choose from, including keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and more. And there's even more to enjoy with over 55 nutrition-packed add-ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and have a feel-good week of meals ready to go. They've got snacks, smoothies, and more. Discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. And guys, you get to save. We've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. So guys, head to factormeals.com/Campea50 and use the code Campea50 to get 50% off. That's code Campea50 at factormeals.com/Campea50 to get 50% off. Question is for you. The greatest filmmaker of all time comes up to you and says they love the project you just made. How much are you freaking out? Where is The Fall Guy for you on your like anticipated list right now? Is it even a movie you're looking forward to? Are you quite excited about it like I am? Do you have any faith in it? Does Steven Spielberg endorsing it mean anything to you? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I'm excited. We're seeing it in about 5 weeks, and I can't wait to tell you guys how it is. I can't wait to see it. Whatever you guys think, jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.